Okay, what we're doing here is we're going to test this. This is a Mepco main steam vent. And Dave Brunell, Boiler Pro in Chicago, asked me to test this. And it's made by Mepco. I didn't even know this one was on the market. I think it's new. I think it's something that they came up with recently. It's a big chunk of brass. I mean, it's not that big. You can tell from my hand. It could actually fit in tight places, which could make this really useful. It's a modern, kind of looks like a modern version of this, which was the original Moet a wafer main vent, and which is basically the insides of a radiator trap in here. And what's in here is basically the insides of a radiator trap. Matter of fact, underneath it, can't see it here, it says 1E. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's the 1E radiator trap inside. But it's got an air vent cap on it. This is what it looks like. Comes off. I'm almost thinking you could probably put something in there like a little disc, like Moat's wafer vent did, and make a vacuum vent out of this. But I'm not sure. I'd have to experiment with that. Anyways, what he wanted me to do was test it and see how its venting rate compared with other things, because it's supposed to be, the theory was, or the word was, that it was like 3 times as better venting as a Gorton 2 main vent. So let's find out. I got a Magna-Helic hooked up to my air test station, and 1.75 inches, which is about there, would be equal to 1 ounce. And we are, I'm going to call that the middle of the ball. I'm going to call it 45, 46, 47, maybe 47 square cubic feet per hour. 47 at 1 ounce. Get my paper to write this stuff down. Okay, now we're at 3.5 inches, which is 2 ounces, and we're about, call the middle of the ball, I'm going to call that 63 square cubic feet per hour, 63. And now we're going to go 5.25 inches water column. About there, and that would be 3 ounces, and that's pretty much dead in the middle of 80 square cubic feet per hour. Okay, we'll take these numbers, we'll divide them by 60, and that's the cubic feet per minute that these things can vent. Okay, the results are in. The square cubic feet per hour divided by 60 is a square cubic feet per minute. At 1 ounce, the Mepco main vent did 0.783. And the Gorton 2 that it was supposedly designed to go against does 1.1. The 2 ounce, it does 1.05 cubic feet per minute. And the Gorton does 1.75. Gorton's still in the lead. At 2 ounces, 1.33 cubic feet per minute, and the Gorton does 2.2. So it is closer to a Hoffman 75's venting. It's better than a Hoffman 75 in venting capacity, but it is not beating out the Gorton number 2. Okay, I also wanted to see, since it says Mepco 1E on it, and I figured, well, I'm just taking a hunch that maybe it uses the 1E insides. And nope, the Mepco 1E radiator trap actually vents better. Although that could be, it could be using the same insides, and it could be the brass configuration that's causing the issue there. The way the air has to move through the brass. But in either case, the rumor on the street was that this would beat out a Gorton 2, and no, does not in venting capacity anyways. It looks like a well-made vent though. We will test it on a steam system and see how it does closing against steam though.